So it's been a few months since I last heard from my producer and my distributors, and I'd be lying to you if I didn't say that I'm at least a little bit scared that there might be something wrong. Now, of course, it's a long process, and there may be some irrational fears in the fact that they don't want to do this anymore, maybe they're not interested in the project, but there is something that's not irrational. We haven't signed any contracts yet, and I want to change that. I want an option agreement, and I want to get the ball rolling. So with me having to wait on my producer and distributors, I've had to start other projects, purely for my own sanity. This latest project has me filming videos, a series of videos, in France. And I really can't be in a more beautiful place. So I'm in the stunning town, in the stunning country, but there's still something that's gnawing at me, something that's bugging me, and this generally happens when I travel. Travel has a wonderful ability to allow me to focus on what I really want. It can be annoying because sometimes I think it's something else and then I have to change my life for it, but yeah, I know what I want, and I want to make this film. I just made it to my hotel room in Lisbon, in Portugal. This is where I flew into on this trip, and now I'm flying out. So I've got one night here. It's my final night away. You know, the weird thing is I'm so excited to get back because I just feel like I want to get back and continue work, you know? That sounds weird. A lot of people don't like that, but work for me is a little bit different than work for everyone else. So what I want to do now is maybe before I get back, draft an email to the distributors. I'm going to go and explore some of Lisbon and find a spot, draft an email and send it tonight or tomorrow morning so that I can go back and wait. Done. So, first thing I did this morning was check my phone and got an email. Hey Alessandro, trusting you're well. Yes, I followed up with, and unfortunately he isn't a fan of the screenplay. He doesn't feel that at its current state it'll translate into a theatrical worthy production for him, as the budget will need to be high in order to truly capture all the international locations required. Perhaps a simpler narrative may be required so as to keep the budget more realistic whilst not losing much of the magic between their journey between Australia and the UK. We are still keen to see it develop further, however I may suggest getting an experienced screenwriter to take it through another pass. Regards. Yeah, I've had a little feeling for about a month or two. Wow. Actually, as soon as I met the producer, I had a feeling that he wasn't going to be involved in the project at all, really, if I'm truly honest. The distributors, I really like them. Obviously, with them wanting to bring another scriptwriter on board, that just shows non-confidence, I guess, in my abilities as a screenwriter, which, you know, I think I've got to try and not take that personally, so to speak. Yeah, I knew it needed work. I just didn't think it was at the let's get someone else in stage. Like, what I don't like is somebody else coming in straight away as to help with the script. Like, I'm happy to sit with them and talk with them about it.
Yes,
but not just like, oh, straight away there's somebody else on the script, you know what I mean?
From the wording of that, they just want to do a cheaper film. So if it were a cheaper film, he'd be interested. It's about the money at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all you have to worry about is finding the person with the money to make this, or being the person with the money to make this, because there's nothing wrong with the narrative of the script. They just see it as, oh my God, we're going to have to do this to make it's the money. That's what it's coming down to.
Mm-hmm.
Be persistent with it, have faith in it, and just give yourself a bit of time to think about just going over the script again, but not with worried eyes. Just, you believe in this movie, remind yourself of why you believe in it, and go back to the drawing board.
So I'm at the airport now, going back to Melbourne in a few hours, and I've had a bit of time to think about all of this. And I guess I've just come to the conclusion that if they don't want to work on it with me, or want to work on the script in its form, and they want to bring somebody else in, well then I'll just take it somewhere else. I mean, it was so easy. They came to me for this, and I haven't even really done a lot of looking elsewhere, so I'm not going to get hung up on that. I think there's lots of options to make this film. Anyway, that's my plan. So I've come up with this. From my point of view, I've always been happy to discuss rewrites, different directions, and new passes on the script. However, at this point, I'm not keen on bringing on another screenwriter, not at least until talking about the direction that we need this to go and having a try of it myself. I'm not about bringing in coaches and people to help with specific bits of the script, re dialogue and structure. In fact, I would relish that opportunity. But I do think bringing someone else in to take it over makes this confusing for myself and my role, as well as for the family who I have been working closely with for 2 years. I'm happy to discuss this over the phone or have a meeting with you both if we are wanting to move forward in this direction. Otherwise, cheers, Alessandro Frosali. That's pretty much it. Kind regards or cheers? What do I say normally? Regards. I'm gonna go regards. Nothing yet. I guess I'll wait another 8 days. So I'm literally coming out of one of the best birthday days I've ever had. I'm in a very, very good spot at the moment. This is not to do with the film. In fact, I haven't heard anything from the distributors since that email. So I kind of don't know what to think about this. It went from us meeting and them saying that they definitely wanted to do this film, the producers in London trying to get the likes of Jude Law on it, and then all of a sudden it seemed like they wanted to take it away from me. At the start I was a bit annoyed with them, a bit angry, but now I'm kind of thinking this might be a blessing in disguise. They already wanted to make a slightly different film to what I wanted to make. Cheaper, less stuff in it, and just the line of perhaps a simpler narrative, one that doesn't lose the magic from between the Australia and the UK. You know what? I'm telling the Horn family story. I'm doing this series of how I make this film, not how I make some other film, you know? If distribution companies and producers don't think that they can trust me with multi-millions of dollars to make this and try and replace me, I want to make myself irreplaceable. And how I do that, I believe, is by building up my own clout, building up my own status. So I'm going to focus a little bit on YouTube. But in the meantime, I'm probably going to have to tell Carsten and go through another draft of the script that's on the wall. I understand when people say that films take a long time. It's really not because, the actual process of itself takes a while. It's these in-between moments. Right now, I'm gonna focus on what I can control, and that is my script, sending more producers some stuff, not worrying about anything that's happened, and moving forward. Go on ahead.